Hello, dear friends. We, the humans, obviously, we want to lead a successful and a happy life. To be able to get all that, there are certain skills to be learnt. Some of these are optional and professional, another some of these are mandatory upon everybody. Those skills which are necessary for everyone, here too, top of the list is self control. Being able to control oneself, it is extremely important, and lacking it mean that there is a vehicle, there is a boat, an aeroplane, but without a good control system. We can imagine what is going to happen, what will be the fate of that particular vehicle. To be true, a person with a poor control system will be meeting the similar fate as well. And to be able to lead an honorable life, the most important thing and the unavoidable skill, that is the self control skill. Today we are going to talk about how to develop it. How to develop it. What are the strategies for developing it? We will talk about the strategies, we will talk about the techniques, and we will talk about certain additional tips as well. That is our today's discussion. And to be able to understand it, first of all, we need to know that self control is like a muscle. And the more practice and exercise we give to a muscle, the stronger it becomes. In the same manner, as for the self control is concerned, it needs practice. The more practice we undergo, the stronger it will become like a muscle. And the second thing which we need to know and understand, that self control gets certain gets depleted as well, and not only that it can get it does get depleted, but it can be replenished, refilled as well. So the two of these basic things about understanding the self control. Now let's talk about the strategies to develop it, and there are seven strategies. Each one of these is very important, very applicable, very much practical. The number one is that set clear goals. Identify what you want to achieve and set specific, measurable, and attainable goal. Setting clear goals. Goals which should be very clear on the one hand, measurable. Measurability mean that you want to achieve 500,000, until now you have succeeded in achieving 100,000, 150,000. It means that it is measurable. But it is not the only thing. Money is not the only thing which can be measured. The goal should be very clear on the one hand and measurable on the other hand. And not only this thing, it should be attainable, achievable, realistic one. If at all we are just, considering our wish list as our goals, the wish list cannot be a goal at all. Let's understand the difference between a wish list and a goal. The goal is, of course, very clear, very measurable, and very much realistic as well. So set clear goals. That is the number one strategy. Number one. Now the strategy number two is create an environment for success. Eliminate distractions and create an environment that supports your goal. That is, it is creating an environment which is suitable for success, which will be helpful for the achievement of your success, for the attainment of your goals. It is like minimizing the interruptions, minimizing the distractions. Learn to focus and to concentrate and provide yourself with a kind of environment, a kind of atmosphere which is suitable for the achievement of those particular goals. It is like if at all a student want to pass an exam, they don't have to sit in the market. Rather, they do have to spend much of their time with the rest of the students, with the teachers, around the educational institutions, or in a solitary places where they could focus and concentrate upon their studies. So the second strategy is create an environment for success. Now the third strategy is use the 10-minute rule. When tempted to do something, wait 10 minutes before acting upon the impulse. Every time we feel a kind of impulse, we are eager and desperate to say something, to do something, to eat something. Since we want to develop the self control system, for that we do have to tell ourselves that I'm going to wait for the 10 minutes. I'm going to wait for 10 minutes, and after these 10 minutes, I will either do or won't do. But waiting for the 10 minutes, that is compulsory and that is mandatory. It is a must, and I cannot, I do have to obey. I do have to practice and follow this rule. So that is the 10-minute rule. The strategy number three, as far developing the self control is concerned. Now, the strategy number four is practice mindfulness. It is be aware of your thoughts, be aware of your thoughts, be aware of your feelings, and be aware of your actions in the present moment. Every one of us have a past, but we don't have to dwell in the past. Although there could be plenty of regrets, but we don't have to dwell in the past at all. Learn whatever can be learnt and then let it go. All of us have a future as well. We don't have to keep worrying about the future. Plan a little bit, then let it go as well. Don't worry about the future. Don't regret about the past. Live in the present. Focus and concentrate upon your thoughts, upon your feelings, and of course upon your actions in the present moment. The fifth strategy is use positive self talk. Many a times we are seen talking to ourselves in a negative way. This negative self talk, it is highly destructive, and it demotivates us. While we need to stay motivated, it discourages us. While we need to keep ourselves encouraged, So honorable friends, always use the positive self talk. Encourage yourself with the positive affirmations. Whatever positive words and sentences which are quite motivating and encouraging, wherever you find it, remember and keep repeating it so that it could keep us motivated, it could make us strong. That is, use positive self talk. Now, the strategy number 6 is develop a pre game routine. That is something very interesting. It is develop a pre game routine, develop a routine that gets you ready to tackle challenging tasks. It is like you do have to appear on the stage and deliver a speech or lecture in front of the big crowd. Rehearse it, keep rehearsing it, keep practicing it, and keep a familiar situation prior to that particular event, and keep practicing so that you could feel at ease once you are on the podium. The strategy number 7 is that get enough sleep. Getting enough sleep. All of us need to sleep some 7 to 8 hours every night because it helps us a lot in gaining and maintaining control over ourselves. Replenish your self control by sleeping 7 to 8 hours every night. So, these are the 7 important strategies to develop the self control. Now, there are certain additional tips which are 5 in number. Number 1, it is start small. Starting small and begin with the small challenges and gradually increase the difficulty. That is something very natural. Now, the second additional tip is be consistent. Practice self control consistently, even in the small ways, even in the very trivial ways. Keep practicing. That is, be consistent. Now, the additional tip number 3 is seek accountability. It is share your goals with a friend. Sharing your goals with a friend or a family member or your coach or mentor to help stay accountable. Accountability does help. So, that is the additional tip number 3. Now, the additional tip number 4 is reward yourself. Celebrate small victories with non material rewards. Appreciate yourself a lot or treat yourself at your favorite restaurant. Reward yourself. Never do anything which is addictive, which is harmful for the sake of celebration, but celebrate in a positive, healthy manner. Now, the fifth and the last additional tip is practice self compassion. Treat yourself with kindness when you make mistakes. Treat yourself with kindness. Do not criticize yourself very harshly. Rather, treat yourself with kindness when you make mistakes. But at the same time, say certain words which are for the purpose of which are like that of your coach or mentor or by somebody who support you a lot. Now we spoke about 7 strategies about gaining and maintaining and improving the self control. Then there were 5 additional tips. Now, at the end of all of our talk, there are 4 self control strategies. 4 self control strategies, and the strategy number 1 is deep breathing. It is use deep breathing exercises to calm yourself. Using the deep breathing exercises to calm yourself. If at all you are nervous or angry, frightened, fearful, whatever it is, deep breathing will come to rescue you. Use deep breathing exercises to calm yourself. Now, the self control technique number 2 is physical exercise. Engage in the physical activity to reduce the mental stress and increase the control. Engage in physical activity to reduce mental stress and increase the self control. Now, the self control technique number 3 is progressive muscle relaxation. Progressive muscle relaxation, it is release physical tension through progressive muscle relaxation, and according to this technique, lie down comfortably in a relaxed manner. Take one part of your body, say it is the head and the neck, tighten it as much as we can, hold it for few seconds, then gradually release it and repeat, do it for 3 times. After that, take your arms, the whole of it from the shoulder to the fingers, both arms. Tighten it as much as we can. Hold it for few seconds. Then gradually release it and repeat it for 3 times. Thirdly, take your torso from below the neck to the groin. Tighten it as much as we can. Hold it for few seconds. Then gradually release it and repeat the process for 3 times. And then as a next step, do it from the groin to the knees, including the knees of both thighs. Tighten it as much as we can. Hold it for few seconds. Gradually release it and repeat do it for 3 times. In the same manner, the knee to the ankle and from the ankle to the toe, or from the opposite side. So that is called progressive muscle relaxation technique. It is very useful indeed. And that was the third self control technique. The fourth and the last self control technique is visualization. It is very useful, very beneficial, having tremendous amount of benefit. And it says keep visualizing yourself several times in a day, several times during the night, that you are achieving your goals and you are feeling very happy, very jubilant. You have succeeded in achieving your goals. You are enjoying it a lot. And that is visualization technique. Believe me or not, it reprograms our mind. It goes right into the subconscious mind. If at all we keep repeating it several times on a daily basis, nothing is as beneficial as this thing for the purpose of reaching our destination, for the purpose of achieving our goals. So that is all from me today. Thank you very much.